Well, let's discuss this now. Brian Becker, director of the anti-war coalition ANSA, is in New York tonight for us. Mr. Becker, hi there. Now, your coalition took part, didn't it, in demonstrations calling for Manning to be freed. Just outline for us briefly your reasons for demanding his release now.
Well, I think that Bradley Manning, if it's true that he was the one who released the documents to WikiLeaks, will be considered in U.S. history as a hero because he took a stand and is obviously willing to pay a very difficult price, possibly life in prison, possibly the death sentence, for exposing a criminal war. The Iraq War is a crime against humanity. It's a war crime. In fact, Bradley Manning had an obligation to reveal that this country was carrying out criminal activities. Of course, we all knew that in one sense, but by releasing these hundreds of thousands of classified documents, if in fact it was he who did it, he did a great deal to expose, to shine a bright light on those who were committing crimes against the Iraqi people and, in fact, against the American people.
Well, Manning's defense, of course, fighting this vigorously. They've claimed that the hearing, the investigating officer at the hearing is biased. Are they clutching at straws there?
You know, military justice is the justice what military music is the music. And we know that Bradley Manning has been held wrongly. He's been held in solitary confinement. He's been prejudged by the military and by the media. He has been stripped naked and forced in solitary confinement. That's a kind of torture. They are ignoring any possible way for Bradley Manning to be free. What's the purpose of all of this punitive actions against someone prior to his trial? And he's been held for 18 months, almost 19 months before a day in court. The reason is they want to break Bradley Manning. They want to be able to break him so that he can turn against that which has been so promising, the revelation of these tremendous amounts of information about U.S. war crimes in Iraq. We don't know what his mental condition is, emotional condition. His friends say he's strong. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a mass murderer or anything like that. He is being treated as one, isn't he? The way that
he really is. I mean, if you in fact, he is. I mean, he's being treated as the worst possible, lowest criminal. In fact, somebody who's not even part of the judicial system since he's been prejudged and pre-punished. Meanwhile, George Bush, who carried out a war that took the lives of hundreds of thousands of human beings, is running around the country doing a book tour, making lots of money. And so is Dick Cheney, those who authorized torture. What did Bradley Manning do? He told the truth. He helped to tell the truth about war and about torture. That's why I do believe the American people will remember him in history as one of the great heroes.
Brian, we heard in that report a bit earlier an opinion from someone that's saying, quote, just because you don't like the country's foreign policy, it doesn't mean you can out it to the rest of the planet, end quote. Can you see that side of the argument at all?
I really can't if the foreign policy of the United States government is, in fact, an organized, institutionalized execution of war crimes. I mean, when people went along with Hitler's invasions and aggressions in Europe, in Germany, they were accused of being, quote, good Germans and just following orders. People have they take an oath to defend the Constitution against enemies beyond the country and inside the country. Those who are committing wars of aggression against people who are at peace with the United States in order to pursue a geostrategic political agenda, such as the agenda of the neoconservatives, they, in fact, are the ones committing treason against the laws of the United States. So Bradley Manning was doing the right thing. He's being unjustly treated by the Pentagon. They are the 700-pound gorilla. They want to send a message to all other whistleblowers. If you dare speak up or speak out or reveal our crimes, we will punish you. But Bradley Manning is getting a lot of support from around the country.
Just very briefly, why is he being prosecuted and not those who are exposed to have allegedly committed war crimes?
Exactly. I mean, what kind of justice system is it when President Obama says we have to look forward, meaning even though the Bush administration carried out torture, authorized torture, carried out a war of aggression, that we, quote, have to look forward. We don't want to go back and judge those who committed these crimes and hold them accountable. And yet Bradley Manning, who exposed the Pentagon's actions, exposed the Bush administration's actions, is being treated as if he's the one who should be punished. That's turning justice upside down. It's an Alice in Wonderland kind of reality. It's a great miscarriage of justice.
Brian Becker, director of the anti-war coalition ANSA, joining us from New York there. Thank you.